Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we finished the game. But that's not all. This time, I'm going to load up the game one more time. We're going to start a new game plus. And the way this works is when you start a new game, you start a new game. When you start a new game plus, you load whatever data you would like to use. And I need to find out which one has the most saves, which is this one, which is my last save file. So we're going to load from this file. Now, the way you can do this, and they did this in Chrono Cross, where you can load your file into a new game plus, and in Chrono Cross they allowed you to switch it up and you could do a continue plus. So you can kind of continue from a file that wasn't all the way to the end for some reason. It was kind of a weird thing. It had its, its interest, I guess. But other than that, I don't think it had a whole lot of big time use. But anyway, we've seen the starting of the game. So I'm going to kind of skim through the dialogue relatively quickly here. What I want to show off here is how exactly the New Game Plus feature actually works, what carries over, what doesn't, and then we're going to get on to showing any kind of little differences that we can show between playthroughs. Now, I'm going to have to play through the entire game over again. Of course, it's going to be a lot faster than it would have than the first time I played it. But other than that, there's not going to be a lot of difference in the main game, so I'm not going to show most of it. I am going to get some extra money from my mom, because money is one of the things that does not transfer. You do not get any of your money. This is why when we were in the Black Omen, I spent all the money I had on items there, because, well, we start off with the same amount of money we always do. We also, well, as you can see, we start off with all of our levels, all of our stats, all of our equipment, save for a few pieces. You'll notice that the Aussie pants are not there. Neither is the Slasher 2, and the Flea Vest is not here as well. The Masamune is a story-based item and is not in your equipment, so the Brave Sword is Frog's second best sword in the game, so you might as well hold on to that. It's one of the reasons why I didn't sell anything in this playthrough, or you don't really ever need to. You're very rarely in a need for money. So anyway, we have access to all the things that we could possibly want. We're starting off with all the best gear, including the prism specs, pretty much the Uber Chrono setup. We're going to go with that. We still have all of our techs learned. We have all of our items from before. As you can see, there are certain items that are missing. The race log maintains, but a lot of the key items do not. I do not have the pendant, for example, not until we run into Marle. There's a few pieces of equipment that are missing. Not a whole lot of them, mainly just things that are required for certain story situations. I'm not 100% sure of all of them off the top of my head. And other than for like one or two little sources, I haven't really done any research for the LP that we've already done. There is a little bit that I'm going to do here. I'm not going to look up to find out which specific items are not carried over. I've gone over the most important ones. In fact, I noted down something out there. Let's see. Yeah, you lose your key items, you lose your money. You want to hold on to the Brave Sword. That's kind of the main kind of crux of things. What else do we save? I don't think there's anything else really. Now the thing is with money is, if you've been playing the game, all you need to do is come in here and go sell a Mega Elixir and you have enough money for the rest of the game. So, it's not like we need money anymore anyway, since, we're already so powerful we don't need to buy anything. And I didn't even need to sell that, so just figured I'd show it off. If you need money for some reason, just sell some of your excess items. You lost your pendant, huh? Alright. Yes, you may have it back. I'm not gonna sell it or anything. Sure, why not? I'm a true gentleman. My name is Natty. My name is Marle. And you're Chrono. What a nice name. Alright. Now, if you want to speed through things, you most certainly can do that. You come in here, talk to them. Lucas device is all set up. Now, Marle herself comes with all of her gear as well. I should have the pendant now. She comes with the ribbon by default. As a minor note, what is it? It's one of the hard type hacks. Whichever one removes your equipment. You'll start in one of the hard type hacks without any equipment on your helmet, armor, or accessory. So when you load a New Game Plus, it will remove whichever equipment you have currently equipped here as part of how they've programmed it to do that. Meaning, if you have the Prism Specs equipped, you lose them. This is only the hard type hack. This is not the normal game, so it's not anything we have to worry about. But just in case you're wondering if you're playing that version, just kind of be aware of that. You don't want to have your best stuff equipped for fighting Lavos, or in your last save file, rather. So just kind of be aware of that. Yeah, other than that, there's not really anything else we need to go around and show off. So let's move on with the plot here. Now, as I said, there's not really a whole lot that we actually need to do as far as like stuff we can do that's different. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed through the text, and I'm going to try and get a drink of water while I'm waiting. Of course, that's not going to happen. Too bad I'm doing it anyway. Step right up. Now, you may notice something's a little different than last time we were here. If you're keen-eyed, anyway. Alright, let's talk to you. Where have you been? No one wants to try the Hill Pod. Looks like fun. Now, this can be done either with Marle or without Marle. For the sake of challenge, however small that may be, I'm going to do it without. I have my equipment set exactly as you saw it. Haste Helm, Status Protection, Prism Specs. If you're not doing Prism Specs, Gold Stud would be required. Well, not required, but recommended. There is a Sparkly up here. Only in New Game Plus does this exist. This is a special portal. And considering it is only there in New Game Plus, not the regular New Game, guess where it leads? Once before, Chrono came up against Lavos, and he fell. This time, we shall not. One-on-one battle, Chrono versus Lavos. Now, this is leading into the multiple endings that exist in this game. One of them is required, or well, in order to get one of them, you need to defeat Lavos at the very start of the game. This can be done either with Chrono or without. And I've decided to do it, with Marle or without. I've decided to do it with just Chrono, just to demonstrate that, yes, indeed, you can do it. And the Prism Specs are just to speed things along. If you're not using Confuse, which was doing, I think, 650 a hit, so about 2,000? Is that what it was doing? Okay, that's doing way more damage. Should have been using that. Oh well, that's fine. But yeah, you can indeed fight the final boss in the game with Chrono by himself, and you can indeed survive it. It's not really even all that difficult. Do a little bit of healing. And let's go back up here. Now, there are a total of 12 endings in the original version of Chrono Trigger. Plus, there is the bad ending, which I will show off eventually as well. There's also a number of variants to the end, the final ending that we've already gotten one variant of, and I will be showing off some more of those as we continue through this New Game Plus run. In the DS version, there is also an additional ending, and that one leads into Chrono Cross more than it does anything else. It's not really the part of the original game, but it's one of the things I will not be able to show off considering which version of the game I am playing. But I figured I should at least mention it. Now, I have looked up the specific requirements for each of the endings because those are some of the things I don't have memorized, and I did want to at least include that information here, just because otherwise I would be missing out on trying to explain everything. But yeah, the rest of this is relatively straightforward and simple procedure. It's just basically fight Lavos with the characters we have at certain points in the plot, and we get different endings. This one leads into my favorite ending, if I remember correctly. Okay, so he's going to hit us with Obstacle. I don't have enough MP left to do another Luminaire, so now is a perfect time to use an Elixir. I have 40 Elixirs. How did I get so many Elixirs? Not that I ever use a basic elixir, you know, you use a mega elixir a lot because you always have all your characters in, so at the end of the game, once you can farm enough of them that you'll never run out, which is seriously like 10 in the game, you don't need any more. You just use them indiscriminately in the Zeal fights and the Lavos fights, and that's it. But in this particular case, I almost never use a single elixir. I think I have like, what, 1 or 2 in the course of the LP, just randomly because I wanted to heal HP and MP at the same time, which isn't particularly common. But yeah, other than that, it's just come in here and wipe the floor with Lavos. And the Prism specs definitely help with that. We're going to go for Confuse here. There's Flame Battle. I'm not worried about that. Our stats are crazy high at this point, even at level 56. Having Chrono here to solo the final boss, very, very easy. It's not difficult as long as you're... Get a hit on. Okay, good. I could have just used the Hyper Ether and been done with that, but I figured I'd let him get his turn so I could get the heal in at the same time. But yeah, as a kid, when I figured out that you could actually go and do this New Game Plus, I was like, oh, cool, I can, experience the whole game without any challenge and just play the game real fast. And now that I know the game a lot better, I get the ability to play the game real fast even without the New Game Plus. So, that's cool as well. But there's still something to be said for using the New Game Plus feature, carrying your stats over, in order to get max stats for everybody, which is something we are going to eventually get to. Not in this particular playthrough. I'm going to use an older file that I have because there's only one real interesting thing to show off when it comes to maxing out your levels, other than being completely overpowered. And I do want to show that off. It's a final form of Specchio, which we do want to show. Alright, so first things first in this fight, we want to get rid of one of the cores, and this is the easiest one to do it on. He can only be targeted with physical, so we want to hit him with physical. I think he has about 2,000 or so HP. That finishes him off. We're going to wait. Okay, we're not going to wait. I'm going to use Full Ether, just because I need something to do, and I want the right bit to drop its defense before I start attacking, and Luminaire it is. The more damage you can do and the faster you can do it, the better off you're going to end up being. Just the faster the fight goes, the less you have to worry about anything. And since I think we're dealing with 30 or 40,000 or 20,000 or whatever it is for the right bit, it's not too difficult to finish him off real quick. But even something that's like Luminaire that's really demanding MP-wise, it's probably better off to use something like that, because the faster we eliminate the middle guy, the less damage he can deal to us overall, and he's really the big crux of the damage anyway. On top of that, keeping the bits offset, the left and middle bits, allows us to keep his defense down on the core pretty much the entire time. And that's really what we're going for more than anything else, is trying to keep his defense down throughout the whole fight so he doesn't, you know, stop us from damaging him, because once he's down, the rest of it's down too. Yeah, we'll hit, since we have the opportunity, let's do that, and then I'll use Hyper Ether. And you're going to revive the bits. And Hyper Ether. Yeah, the Haste Helm is a big help in this fight. Alright, so we're going to Luminaire here for a second. As long as he doesn't... I don't think he counters in this form, even though I will be healing the left one here. That's not a big issue. As long as the other guy's defense down, I want to continue targeting him, even though I could take out the left bit at any time. If I can finish him off in a single round, or not a single round, but a single cycle, then I won't have to worry about targeting the left one, having him switch his stats around. There's the middle one down, and now he's going to counter. Okay, not a big deal. Now, because it's going to eliminate the counter, I want to take, gets rid of the counter, so I want to take care of this guy now. I just don't want to have to be countered and have to heal more often. Even though this may have done enough damage to take him down, I haven't been counting, so... Somehow I knew it in the back of my head. And there you go. We decked everybody out with powerful equipment to take down Lavos before. Chrono could have done it on his own. Now, each of the different endings are different, and they have different, there's different little stories that play out in each ending, and certain aspects of these endings can be modified with different choices you make in the game. There's not a lot of them, but as I was saying before, this is my favorite ending. This one has been titled The Dream Project, or The Dream Team. Polishing up our anti-stress massage techniques. Good job, you finished the hardest version of the game. This is the development room for the Chrono Trigger game. We'll walk around and hear what the team has to say. Hope everyone can say it was a learning experience. You can peach around, come back and see me. Sure. Raiders or Cowboys? Is this an NFL reference? I know those are both NFL teams, I think. I don't know what Cowboys are. Hi. Did you figure out the Piozo dance attack? Yes, I did. Now, up here... really kept us locked up for a long time. My hair is this long as a result. Okay. Each of these leads into a separate room containing more people on the development team. Does this mean we're finally free to go home? Cost you 10 million G to fix a broken map. Fantastic. I love this game. Congratulations. Now wasn't that fun? Yes, it was. Don't look for me. Well, he's gone. Glad they gave me a bit part in this game. Mitsuda! My turn to go on a journey. Hey, he's gone already. That's no fun. I can't play with the piano. Well, that's about all we can do here. There we go. This one's kind of tricky to get over to. Kato, Masato Kato, the scriptwriter. Every night we'll have a day. Even forever has to come to an end, I think. Okay, you would say so. Hello? Are we having fun yet? Most certainly we are. Can you do it? The 9,999 damage point strike. Well, not quite yet. I will explain that though. Not right now. I'll explain it later when I load up my max level file, when I can at least demonstrate that for you. That's a pretty good costume you got there, kid. Alright. I love this music. Working on this ROM for 24 hours. Someone save me, I'm getting sucked in! Been getting sucked into this game since 1995. It never ends. I love the wind sound effect. Love was in the air, but then the boat sank. Hey, that's me, the merchant maker. Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you. No plus necessary. Just send money. Other of my masterpieces will be available soon, so stay tuned. Boy, it was a long haul. Gotten my first gray hairs because of this game. You want to see a Chrono Trigger 2? Yes! That'd be nice. Well, what happens if I say no? You suck! You're supposed to have different dialogue for that. Hello. You thought this was stuff? Get a load of Final Fantasy II. This was what they're referring to as the easy type of Final Fantasy IV that was originally launched on the SNES as Final Fantasy II in North America. Yes, the Final Fantasy launch system was extremely complicated back in the day, but that's what they're talking about there. In the middle of something good here. Okay. So tired, I'm hungry. Can't decide. Made me into a zombie working on this game. Well, he's dead. Legendary programmer seeks that special someone. Waiting for those cards and letters. Hey, what? What? I'm fighting a battle. In the ending. I was so stunned by this when I got here as a kid. I was like, there's a battle here? What the hell? I'm so confused. I will go into further details about this ending at a later date, just because there are actually two ways of accessing this particular ending. One of them is at the very start of the game, and the other one is at a different point, and we'll talk about that when we actually get there. Love this music too. Hey, we promised to name the game Hoshino Trigger. Fantastic. Mission complete. Just jetted through the game, huh? Let me throw you a kiss. Oh, isn't that cute? Feed me! They kept me locked up so long! Now, all these little comedic lines about being locked up or being stuck here for a long period of time, given today's whole economy on, you know, crunch in video game creation, it doesn't age well. But, hey, Sparkly. 3, 2, 1. Fuck! I was a kid at the time. I didn't swear, but I was pissed. And I fell for this hard. That was so brutal as a kid. No! I finally got here. I haven't talked to everybody yet. That one thing just completely destroyed me as a kid. I was just so... Oh, I can't believe they would do that. And then they did. Oh, they got me so good. Bet you can't beat the score of 21-10 on the bike race. I cannot. Not anymore, anyway. At one point, I think I could. Ever since I started growing my hair out, it's been getting a lot of attention from guys. Yikes. Okay. Lost 22 pounds because of this game. You better be enjoying it. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Will you be my friend? Are you a girl? You have 2 questions. I will be your friend. I am not a girl. Which one do I answer? And I get no response from you. Look closely and you'll appreciate the individuality of the monsters. Check out the shadow on this guy's sword. Now, he says that. I'm not exactly sure where the shadow on the sword is. Are you talking about like right here, like I'm standing on it? You know, like this one, it looks like there's a shadow and it looks like it's angled down a little bit. I'm not sure if that's what you're going for or what the deal is. Anyway. Yeah, Urtaki. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, being able to talk to all the developers like this, even though most of them I don't know by name, you know, it's very cool to be able to see kind of what some of their thoughts were on the game. Now get a life. Hell no! What about all the work I put into it? Yeah, they're responding this way because this is the most difficult ending, I guess, in terms of what you have available to you when you do it, because you have to either do it with Chrono alone or with Chrono and Marle. So, you know, you're beating it really fast, so it's the the hardest ending to get, technically, I guess. See you same time, new game. Okay. Out there in TV land, how we doing? Like this game? Check out Square's other titles. Always selling, huh? Isn't this fun? Sorry, it's a bad makeup day for me. Well, can't go in there. Warp tile? No, can't go in there either. Okay, fine. What a relief it's over. Good job, guys. Oops. Did I forget to insert a few parts? Oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I don't think there's a lot of really big, like, issues with this game. Isn't 32 megs great? The graphics became incredible. It's a pain at times, but it was fun. 32 meg game. Fantastic. Someone kiss me. Chrono? Yep, it was my bright idea to put the switch in the mouth. Alright. And I believe I already went in this one, correct? Yes. Mitsuda's in there. Let's see, can I get... There we go. Split the defense. Hello. How about those Dodgers? Dodgers is baseball, right? To be honest, like, I follow the CFL, the Canadian Football League, but that's just because I live in Canada. And by the way, you can run out here now. Not that there's much you can do other than talk to Kitty. Yoshinori Katase. Hey, Final Fantasy. Look at that. All 10 different endings. Depends on when you challenge Lavos. Even then, there were more than 10 endings. I don't know what he's talking about. Better find the switch soon or it'll all go up in flames. I think in the PlayStation version of the game, they had it set up in a different way. And, or like they had all the endings organized and you could kind of take a look at them if you wanted to. Maybe it's just how you label them that changes, but there's generally considered 12 from, like, as I looked all this up as far as where you could access the endings because I didn't remember all those. Oh, okay, I gotta talk to you first. Open the gates to the Dream Team. The Dream Team with all new sprites, save for that guy. Akira Toriyama. Hey, Sasuke! Pop's working on games like this. Hey, you guys watching? Isn't this great? Uematsu. He wrote some of his stuff backwards. I have nothing better to do than read this. Thanks, Uematsu. Fantastic. Now run outside and play, boys and girls. One of these things is not like the others. A stapler, Mothra, and the Olympics. Is this something that I should get? I have no idea what you're talking about. Guess what? You hit the 100,000 yen jackpot. Good for you, bud. Sakaguchi! Boy, it used to be that I'd get thinner after each game. Now I'm gaining weight instead. Ugh, must be getting old. Cheers, you made it to one of the endings. Now you're a member of the Dream Team. And since you blew through the game so fast, we adjusted the credits to suit your style. And even back then they had fast forward. Fantastic. And that is the Dream Team, or the Dream Project. And they end with the theme from Zeal. Perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to show today. Next time, I will show you the next ending. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting that I could demonstrate in between now, the start of the game, and anything else before we get to the next ending. The next ending I will mention again when we get there, but just so you guys are aware now, it will be after using the telepod to challenge Lavos after returning from 600 AD, but before going to the end of time, meaning you have a very small window of accessing it because you have to do it basically right when you get back, when you have Chrono and Marle and you're supposed to escort her home, because you don't have a way of accessing the telepad at the fair from the time that you bring her back to the castle and when you get to the end of time. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today, and I'll see you guys next time.